I am William J. Bone. I graduated from Wilcox High School in 1948. I was valedictorian of my class. For the 4 years that I attended high school, I worked before and after school at various jobs, hanging on to as much of the money as I could, thinking that one day I would like to be a teacher and would need some money to go to college. In these weeks after graduating from high school, I had pretty much decided I would not go on to college. Not very much money and parents needing help. But something happened that changed my whole life, even to this day. A car drove up out in my yard in Wilcox, where we live, and two men got out of the car, and I went out to see who they were, and they wanted to know if Bill Bone lived here. And I said, I am Bill Bone, and so they said they were two teachers from Gila College that had been assigned to come and talk with graduates from high schools in this area. And those two teachers were the music teacher, Mr. Lewis, and the drama teacher, Mr. Jones. They kept pointing out to me the whys I should come to Gila College, and they kept encouraging me, saying that they thought that I could make it if I came and worked. I talked it over for, I guess, the following week with my parents, and they encouraged me to go and give it a try if that's what I wanted to do. And I went over and registered, and I stayed in the dorm for the first 2 months, but I could, and worked in the cafeteria. But I was not making enough money to cover all of my expenses, so I went to the office, and one lady at that time, I can't remember her name at the moment, but was secretary to President Harless and also the registrar. So she came up with a Mr. Meshach that had a store in Safford, and she said he usually supports 1 or 2 boys, room and board. He has a little farm outside of Safford. So that day after class, I went to Safford to talk with Mr. Meshach, and the first thing he asked me was, "Can you milk cows?" And I said, "Mr. Meshach, I've never milked a cow, but I'll come and learn to milk them if you give me the chance to do it." After class the next day, I didn't have a whole lot in the dormitory anyway, but I brought it out and finished off the year there, and the next year he was more than willing to have me come back. I might add, it took me about 3 or 4 weeks before I was able to milk all 6 or 7 of the cows. By second year, they were more than happy to have me come back, so I knew where I was going the second year. And I graduated from Eastern Arizona with the top grade in my class. And I graduated from the U of A in 1952 and went to Tombstone to teach. I had finally gotten the thing that I'd wanted to do even in high school. I'd been thinking about setting up a scholarship to help students like I needed help when I went to Gila College. And so we stopped at the college over in Thatcher. That same day, we made up our mind that we'd go ahead, and I think I started to begin with, I gave him a check for the first year's tuition. And in order to endow the scholarship, I would pay an extra sum each year until I got that built up a bit. And that's what I started doing in the first scholarship for William J. Bone.